Não, família.
This lovely mountain, you've kept the promise. Now we're singing, all drenched in splendor, and so promised on is land. Oh, dear sweet spring, beautiful feelings, make so timeless. What a graceful day
when I was about to go to the back.
Good morning,
Goodness.
distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry.
Just before we proceed to the program, we I humbly request us to please stand up for the anthems, starting with the national anthem. The Honorable
Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology for your state, the Vice Chancellor, and Principal Officers and other Principal Officers of our great university, the Principal Officers and Unit Head of other tertiary institutions here seated, the MD and CEO of Nigerian Education Loan Fund, Nelfund, these are directors and other top-notch of our big university outside of commercial, and of course, the beneficiaries of today's program, the greatest and the greatest student of LabTech, great Ladokites. Thank you so much. May I welcome you all to this very important Nelfund Sensitization to promote financial empowerment among students for Oyo State tertiary institutions. We have as drivers of today's program with us this morning, and I'm starting with our employer, talking of the Honorable Commissioner of Education, Science and Technology, who is being ably represented here this morning by the Director of Higher and Continuing Education Department in Oyo State, in person of Mr. O.E. Adewale. Mr. Adewale, you are most welcome, sir. You are welcome to that sir. Kindly have your seats. At this juncture, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have with us this morning our principal officers, led by our amiable and hardworking Vice Chancellor, composing of Professor Razak Olatunde Romutani. You are most welcome, sir. You can do better. It shows how popular our Vice Chancellor is. This is a popular Vice Chancellor. The father of the students, a man of the students, Nelfund, our Vice Chancellor is student-oriented. It's an embodiment of student orientation. And you can see this morning. Thank you, sir. Students, you have done very well. Please clap for yourself. Of course, we have with us this morning, maybe to some of you are students, you are seeing them for the first time. They are our new principal officers. You are already clapping for introducing them. That's good. First and foremost, I'm starting with the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Strategy and Development. Okay, I've just been told that it's not on ground here. This is the BCC here. The Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic and Innovation. Okay, glad to see you, sir. Please, with a round of applause, welcome Professor Dauda and Aaron. You are most welcome, sir. And of course, our new registrar. So, some of you students, please note their faces very, very well. I'm introducing them to you. This is our new registrar. She's a model. She's a model. I'm talking of Mrs. Olalita Balogo. Mrs. Olalita Balogo. I'm also introducing our brand new bossa, the new bossa, Mr. Olusegun Kehinde Olatoku. The new university librarian. Let me tell you students, there are many librarians, but there's only one university librarian. So our brand new university librarian, Dr. Mrs. Funke Ebujua. Just before I will be introducing other top-notch from other tertiary institutions in Oyo State, permit me to also acknowledge the presence in our midst this morning of our guests all the way from Nelfund. We have the Managing Director and of course Chief Executive Officer of Nelfund in our midst this morning, Mr. Akintunde Sawyer. You are most welcome, sir. You better clap very well. You see how the money, the money they are going to use to assist the students. Not get them alone, or you not get them money, no. He's here with money for you, you better do very well. And of course, we have in the entourage of the MD's CEO, the Executive Director of Operations Nelfund, the person of Mr. Mustafa Iya. We have the Director, Process and Compliance, Nelfund, the person of Alhaji Aliyu Muhammad. Also with us is Director, Planning and Research, Nelfund, Dr. Funsho Ayodeji. The head of IT, Nelfund, is also here, the person of Mr. Ogunleye Oyewale. The Assistant Director of Funds Mobilization, please clap for this person, Director that is mobilizing fund. Mobilize fund for you. Mr. Matthew Olaiwale Powder. And of course, the media officer of Nelfund, Mr. White, the report to you. You're welcome. Mr. Vice Chancellor, please kindly permit me to acknowledge the presence of other top-notch from tertiary institutions in Oyo State. Please, I'm not following any other, but just I'm going by the way of the list given to me here this morning. We have the representative of the Provost, Oyo State College of Education in our midst. Is being represented by no other person than the Dean of Vet Science, Mr. P.A. Afolabi. You are most welcome, sir. And also, permit me to digress a bit here before I continue. We have on the entourage of this Commissioner for Education of Oyo State, Mr. Raid Olatomosu and Dr. Rashid Ojo. Of course, we have with us this morning the Deputy Rector of Oyo State College of Agric, Igora, in person of Dr. Akiyemi Taiwo. We also have Mr. RFA Adeniji, the Registrar of Oyo State College of Agriculture and Technology, Igora. We also have the Deputy Bursar, in person of Mrs. F.B. Ojesiji. You are most welcome, ma'am. And of course, is the Deputy Bursar again, now check We also have the Registrar Okiogun Polytechnic Shaki, the person of Mr. Ojo Adeolu and okay. Also from Oyo State College of Nursing Sciences, NLA, we have the Registrar, the person of Mr. Adewale Raj. You are welcome, sir. Also the librarian of Oyo State College of Nursing Sciences, LLA, we have Mr. Adeolu Osholuwa. You are welcome, sir. Also from that college, we have the bursar in person of Mrs. Adebusi Grace. You are most welcome, ma'am. And of course, also we have from that particular college, the Deputy Registrar in person of Mr. Abiola Babatuli. Okay, we also have from all the way from Oyo State College of Education, Lanlate, Mr. P.A. Afolabi, Dean, School of Science. You are welcome. Okay, I think I recognize the names here. Well, for being here this morning, we are glad to have you in our midst. Please, a round of applause for every of our dignitaries and all the students that are here this morning. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, I want to invite our Vice Chancellor, Professor Amakinde, to give us his welcome address. Please, let's sustain the applause for our Vice Chancellor, please. Let's sustain the applause for him, please. You can do better.
The Honorable Commissioner of Education
Oyo State, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, the Principal Officers, heads of tertiary institutions in Oyo State, Nelfund officers, provost and deans, heads of department, students, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is my great pleasure and honor to welcome you all to this Nelfund Sensitization workshop, being such a momentous occasion at our esteemed institution. Today, we gather not just as a university community, but as stakeholders in the future of our nation to witness the promotion of financial empowerment among students and reshape the landscape of higher education and national development. This sensitization program orders on engaging and empowering potential beneficiaries of education fund. Dear participants, let me emphasize that this program is an opportunity to embrace progress and innovation as we stand on the cusp of a new era in educational advancement. I'm filled with immense pride and excitement, especially at this initiative carefully crafted by the federal government represents a significant leap forward in our collective journey towards excellence, innovation, and sustainable development. It is a testament to the unwavering commitment of our leaders to invest on people being the most valuable assets that we have. At this juncture, I would like to express our profound gratitude to the Oyo State government for their foresight and proactive stance in embracing this federal initiative. Your swift action in keying into this program demonstrates a deep understanding of transformative power of education and genuine commitment to the welfare of our students. The synergy between federal and state arms of the government in this regard is truly commendable and set a sterling example of cooperative programs for the benefit of all. As the Vice Chancellor of this great institution, I'm proud to announce that we have not been able to, we have not been idle in anticipation of this day, recognizing the immense potential of this federal initiative. Our administration has been working tirelessly to create an enabling environment for its students and the takeoff of the initiative within our university community. We have expanded our career counseling and mentorship initiative by nominating officers that will liaise with Nelfund personnel so as to ensure that our students, as well as other beneficiaries, are well guided to make the most of the opportunities this initiative will bring. To our dear students, you are the primary beneficiaries of this vision. This initiative opens up new vistas of opportunity for you to learn and grow. Embrace it with all your heart and mind. Let your curiosity be boundless, your dedication unwavering, and your aspiration soaring towards accessing impactful higher education, which poverty can no longer stop, especially with Nelfund. As we officially step into this federal government initiative today, we are igniting a spark of transformation that will illuminate the path to a higher future for our institution and our state, as well as the nation. Thank you for your patience.
Please, let's sustain the applause for the Vice Chancellor as a statement states. Thank you, Vice Chancellor, for making the speech as brief as brevity. Thank you so much, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, while the VC was welcoming us for this program, we the names of some of our eminent personalities who are gracing this program. And I want to tell Nelfund MD, Mr. Sawyer, that this is a large turnout here in LabTech. You have them and we have to accord them their much deserved and well-deserved recognition with the permission of the Vice Chancellor. Thank you so much. Just before I acknowledge them, we have a deep here. This day speaks students. It takes students. It sleeps students. It's an embodiment of students after the 1970s. I'm talking of other person that our own way of student affairs. See what I'm saying? Doctor, that brings everybody. Thank you so much. It shows that our dean of students is performing. It's an accent. Absolutely. And also, just it's been flanked by the deputy dean of student affairs, Dr. Mrs. Adebiwe. Am I right? Yes, Dr. Mrs. Adebiwe. You are welcome. Thank you so much. Now, let me quickly rush through the list of high-level personalities from other tertiary institutions that are here seated. Permit me first and foremost to acknowledge the presence of the Provost, College of Health Science and Technology, Mrs. Yemisi Oyewo. You are most welcome. Thank you, ma'am. We also have from that particular college the registrar of Mrs. Dupe Ayola. You are welcome, ma'am. And of course, the person of that particular mobile college, a person of Mrs. Adiola Olanose. You are welcome, ma'am. The student affairs officer of that college, Mr. Amos Okewale. You are welcome. The PSA, that is the Dean of Student Affairs of that college. Okay, sorry, I've acknowledged that one. I've done so. And also all the way from Adesheun Ogundoyin Polytechnic. I repeat, Adesheun Ogundoyin Polytechnic in Ruwa, we have the acting rector, Dr. Akiteye O.A. You are welcome, sir, our rector. And of course, also from that great polytechnic, we have the acting registrar in person of Mr. Oladipo O.A. You are welcome, sir. Also from that polytechnic, we have the Dean of Student Affairs, Mr. Araromi Ehe. I'm telling you, we have a large turnout of students here this morning. From Abiola Ajimobi Technical University, we have quite a delegation from that university, Abiola Ajimobi Technical University. We have the Vice Chancellor, and I bow and I tremble, sir. The Vice Chancellor, in person of Professor Adesola Ajayi, who is being represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Yola Tela. You are most welcome, sir. Thank you, sir. Also, from that university, we have the acting registrar, a person of Mrs. Olanrewaju Omolola. You are most welcome. And of course, the acting bursar of the university, Mr. Samson Ayoloye. You are welcome, sir. And the acting university librarian of that university, a person of Dr. Rahman Akibode. You are welcome. And also from that university, we have the acting dean, student affairs, Dr. Babatunde Badamosi. You are welcome, sir. And of course, the acting director of academic affairs, the person of Mr. Olubenga Aiki. You are welcome, sir. And the man who is on the schedule of admission, the admission officer of that university, the person of Mr. Mubarak Adetino, you are most welcome. The Polytechnic Ibadan is also here. Round of applause, please. The Polytechnic Ibadan is here. And I'm pleased, the Vice Chancellor, sir, to inform that we have the Dean, Faculty of Science, and Chairman Committee of Deans, Dr. Bolanle Aziz Osemi. You are most welcome, sir. Thank you. We also have the Deputy Rector, Okiogun Polytechnic Shaki Namis, on person of Dr. P.O. Eniola. Please, a round of applause. If you are yet to be recognized, if time permits, we are going to do so. But for everybody here, I think you all deserve a round of applause. Now, I want to invite, but just before I invite the MD of Nelfund, I want to make a correction in that name. As I've been told, the soya is not SAWYER. That one belongs to the man who brought COVID-19 to Nigeria. This particular soya is busy developing our students through empowerment. So his own soya is SAWYER. Without correction needed, I want to invite the MD of Nelfund, Mr. Akintunde Soya, for his opening remarks. Let's give him a round of applause.
The Honorable Commissioner for Education of your state, ably represented by the Permanent Secretary for Science and Technology. The Vice Chancellor of Ladikwa University, I greet you. The Deputy Vice Chancellor, my very own Executive Director of Operations, Nelfund, Mr. Mustafa Iya, my team here, heads of tertiary institutions across Oyo State, and of course, the reason we're here, you, the distinguished students of this and other great institutions, tertiary institutions represented here, I greet you all. It's a great privilege for me to be here, to be standing before people who will lead this country in the not too distant future. People who will take this country to the next level, to much greater heights. I look forward to seeing some of you in those top positions as we go forward. But before we can get there, I have some important information for you. Today's sensitization program is not just any other event. It's a critical part of our national agenda to empower every single Nigerian student with the financial tools needed for you to succeed in your educational pursuits. I commend the organizers for their dedication to this cause, and I'm particularly grateful to the Oyo State government and the leadership of Ladikwa University of Science and Technology for hosting this important gathering. At Nelfund, we are driven by a singular vision to ensure that no Nigerian student is denied access to higher education due to financial constraints. This vision aligns perfectly with the broader objectives set forth by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, whose commitment to education continues to inspire and guide us. Under President Tinubu's administration, education has been prioritized as the cornerstone of national development. His belief that education is the key to unlocking Nigeria's full potential has led to significant investments and reforms aimed at building a robust and resilient educational system. The Nelfund initiative is a direct result of the visionary leadership ensuring that every Nigerian student, regardless of their financial background, has the opportunity to pursue their dreams. The Nelfund Student Loan Scheme was established with a clear and noble purpose: to provide financial assistance to Nigerian students who face economic challenges that could hinder their education. This initiative is not merely about giving out loans. It's about making a long-term investment in your future and in the future of this great nation. The loan covers not just your tuition fees, but also your living expenses, allowing you to focus on your studies without the constant worry of financial stress. Furthermore, the repayment terms are designed to be fair and manageable, recognizing the realities many of you will face after graduation. You are only required to start repayment 2 years after completing your National Youth Service Corps program, and only if you have secured employment or started a business. So the obligation on you to start paying at the earliest starts 2 years after you've completed your NYSC. And that obligation is only cash gain, if you like, if you have a job. If you don't have a paid job, if you don't have any income you're earning because you've established a business, you are not obliged to pay. That loan will carry until you find a job. So it can be 2 years, it can be 3 years, it can be 4 years, that's NYSC. You don't pay for that. But it is not designed to put you in the corner or bind you in any way. To ensure that every student who qualifies has easy access to this financial lifeline, and that's what it is for many people, a lifeline. We have outlined a clear and straightforward application process, and I'm just going to run through that process for you now. It starts with the registration. Students will commence their process by creating an account on the Nelfund portal. During this step, you will be required to provide basic personal information such as your JAMB number, your NIN, and your date of birth. Next is your opportunity to create a profile. After registration, you will proceed to create your own profile, where you will provide more detailed information about yourself. This includes your institutional details, contact information, bank details, which are essential for loan processing and disbursement. And then on to the application itself, the loan application itself. Once your profile is complete, you can proceed to fill out the loan application form. Once you fill that out, that then goes through a review process. So once you've done that, it goes through a review process upon submission to our loan officers, who will review the information you have provided, assess your eligibility based on the criteria set out by Nelfund. The final step in the process is loan disbursement. I didn't hear you clap. Loan disbursement, thank you. So once it's been approved, we then proceed to verify that you have applied for this loan. We verify with your institution. So we contact the institution to check that your name is indeed on the roll here. Once that is confirmed by the authorities here, your institutional fees, the fees for your studies, will be disbursed to this institution directly on your behalf. This ensures that your tuition is covered If you've opted for the upkeep, so you apply for 2 loans when you're on the portal. One is for your institutional fees, the other is for the upkeep or the stipend. The stipend application is optional, but it is dependent on applying for the institutional fees. So you can't apply for the stipend alone, but you can apply for the institutional fees on its own. But once you've applied for the institutional fees, you can then say, okay, I want to apply for the stipend. When you apply for that, of course, we review it and we disburse one on approval directly to your bank account. So you receive those funds directly. So when I talked about profile creation earlier, one of the pieces of information you would have submitted are your bank details. So we disburse to that account that you provided us with. One thing that you would have noticed is that at no stage in the process that I've described have you come across anybody. You spend that entire period on a portal. The reason we've done it this way is that we don't want anybody to extort students. We don't want anybody to say, if you give me this, I'll do this for you. If you do it like this, I will help you. We're not interested in that. We want it to be a totally faceless, free of intervention, a human intervention process, so that it is fair and equitable and you don't feel obliged or cornered by the system. We understand. Oh, and I should just point out, so when you apply for the loan, the following, so it carries you for one session. The following session, because you have already created a profile, it's not as onerous as the first time. But of course, we need to know that you are still in school. So when you apply for the second session, the third session, it's just a question of you still being a bona fide member of the institution. We understand, we at Nelfund, we understand that navigating financial aid can be daunting. And we're really here to make it as smooth and straightforward for you as possible. By the way, I should point out that I went to school, I went to university through a similar scheme as this. So I've been through it and I know what it's all about, and in many ways it's what has gotten me to where I am today. As with any large-scale initiative, we have faced some challenges ourselves along the way. Some of you who have applied already may have experienced delays in processing your loans. And I want to address these concerns directly. These delays are not due to a lack of commitment or efficiency on our part, but rather as a result of the rigorous procedures we have put in place to ensure the integrity of the scheme. The word integrity. So essentially, we want to make sure that, as I said earlier, this scheme is fair and equitable and something that you can trust. But we also are entrusted at Nelfund with government funds, with public funds. So we want to be careful that we're not giving those funds to the wrong people or to people who just seek to disrupt or deceive the system. Because every time we lose funds, it means that genuine people like yourselves don't have access to the funds. So we're very rigorous, and sometimes, because it's a new scheme, we have just been over careful to make sure that these funds are protected in the interest of our great nation and its peoples. I'd like to assure you that your feedback, especially through social media, has not gone unnoticed. We're making the necessary adjustments to improve the system. And we ask for your continued patience and understanding while we work to perfect the system. And of course, for your continuous feedback. I use the word perfect. It will never be perfect. We will always need feedback to make things better. Your patience is more than just a passive act of waiting. It is a demonstration of your trust in the system and in the future that we are building together. The federal government, under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, remains fully committed to ensuring that no student is left behind. I would like to also appeal to the Oyo State government and the management of tertiary institutions across the state. Your cooperation in ensuring that the necessary student data is submitted on time and accurately verified is essential for the smooth operation of the Nelfund Student Loan Scheme. We cannot overemphasize the importance of this partnership in ensuring that every eligible student receives their loan without unnecessary delays. As I conclude, I want to emphasize once again that Nelfund is here to support you. Our goal is not just to provide loans, but to empower you to succeed in your academic journey and beyond. We will continue to work closely with your institutions to ensure that the loan disbursement process is smooth and timely. I look forward to returning to Oyo State in the near future to celebrate your successes and to present checks to the new beneficiaries. Together we can build a brighter future for our dear nation, Nigeria, one student at a time. I thank you, and may your academic journey be filled with success. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Please sustain the applause for Mr. Akintunde Sawyer, the MD and CEO of Nelfund. Please let's sustain the applause for you. Thank you so much, sir. Students, I hope you heard the Nelfund MD clearly. Nelfund, I want to say, the awards are of course their banned. And I quote, he said, no student is left behind. That they won't leave any student behind in this loan. So all of you are going to benefit from it. And again, he said that Nelfund is here to support you, to empower you to succeed in your academic journey and beyond. Please give him a round of applause once again. Thank you, sir. Item 6A, 6B, I want to say has been taken care of by Nelfund MD. Therefore, we'll move to item 6B, sorry. Okay. Another adjustment to the program right now. We are taking item 6A, which is application process by Nelfund Head of IT on person of Mr. Ogunleye Olawale. If you have the program, it's not Oyewale, Mr. Ogunleye Olawale. Let's give him a round of applause, please.
All right, thank you very much. Good morning again, everyone. So I'm standing on existing protocol. My name is Olawale Ogunleye, as announced by our MC. Please just take a few seconds and pay attention to the screen where I just run through a very seamless and easy application process. So, as you're controlling the screen, please can you just skip to slide 5? Our MD has done graciously in explaining a lot of things about our loan. That's slide 6, so slide 5, the one before that. So before I start this loan application process, I would just want to run us through the eligibility criteria. What do you need to actually access this loan? Or what do you need to have to access this loan? So for you to access our loan, first of all, you must have secured admission. Now, when we say secured admission, you need to have secured admission via JAMB, because that is the nation's one true source of tertiary admission. So you need to have secured admission into any of the government-owned universities, polytechnics, or colleges of education. You must also have like a JAMB admission letter or a number. You must also possess your BVN. So this BVN is important because we need to verify that you are who you are and that we are paying your stipend, which is the upkeep, into the right account. Also, you must be a citizen of Nigeria. We are not giving foreigners our loan. So you must possess your NIN, which is the national identification number. Also, for now, we are focusing on our students, partaking in their first degree. So the postgraduate phase will probably come up at later stages. Please just to slide 7. So now to the application process. Next slide, please. All right, so what do you need to access our loan? So basically, first thing first, you need to visit our website. I don't know if a lot of us are aware of our website, but I'll also be announcing that here. Our website is www.nelf.gov.ng. I'll take that again, www.nelf.gov.ng. So NELF stands for the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, which is Nelfund. And once you get on our site, the picture you are seeing here is the first picture that will pop up on your screen. And as simple as it is, if you are interested in applying for a loan, you click on the Apply Now button. Next slide. So once you click on that, it just gives you a brief about the loan, what to expect. It's a quick loan, seamless process. You don't need too much moving around the paperwork. Just have a few numbers with you and your admission letter, student ID card, and you are good to go. Next slide. So before we kick off the process, we ask you a few questions. So first is, are you in Nigeria? If you are not in Nigeria, you're not eligible to this loan. So if you click on no, it takes you out of our system. So if you click on yes, you're in Nigeria, the next question pops up. The next question was us trying to verify that you actually belong to a state-owned university, a federal or state-owned university, college of education or polytechnic in Nigeria. So we require that you pick your institution from a drop-down. You see a list of schools. You can search for your school. Like, okay, just type in there. You search for your school. You see your school. You pick it, and you impute your matric number. Once you impute your matric number, it verifies with our system that has been collecting data from all the institutions in Nigeria to verify their students. From the best of my knowledge, as I last checked, from Ladoke University of Technology, we have about 37,000 students already onboarded on our student verification system. So definitely, you just need to impute your matric number and it will verify you. So once that verification is done, we are also trying to ensure that all our students that we receive from our institution have the correct admission, meaning they have JAM admission. So we expect you to put in your JAM registration number and your date of birth. So once those two information tally, we have a connection with JAM to tell us that yes, this person was given admission to so time, to so year, and they are in this particular school. Once you put that information, as you can see on the screen, to pop up your details, you see your JAM number, your date of birth, your gender. You also even get your state of origin, your local government, the year you did the exam. All this information JAM provides it to us. So you don't have to go anywhere with paperwork or anything. Once you put that number in, you are good to go. Now, for the next stage, some of our students, as you are aware, wrote JAM in the earlier years. So if you wrote JAM, I think before 2021, you will not have your NIN in your JAM details, because JAM started collecting NIN from 2021 forward. So for those particular students, we require that you also have your NIN handy, and you need to impute that and verify your NIN. But for those from 2021, JAM has already helped us with that task of validating your NIN before you even applied for JAM. So we pick that information directly from JAM. Then the next step is just basically you putting your email and creating a password that you use to log in consequently. So once you do that, we'll send you a verification link to your email. Once you click on that verification link, you can log in with the email address and password that you have created. So that concludes the first phase of registering on our portal. So now you can always come back and log in because you have an account. So once you get those details and you log in, you now start the profile creation process, as previously explained by our MD. The first step speaks to contact details. So in our profile creation, we have 4 steps. So the first step is the contact details. First step is the personal details. The next step is contact details. The third step is your educational details. And the last step is your account details. This will be used for paying upkeep allowances. So for personal details, you really don't have much to do because we already picked out these information from your NIN and your JAM. Because the information we are collecting here is your name, your date of birth, your state of origin. All this information we already have there. So you just move to the next stage. which is the contact details. So for contact details, we left some fields open because we believe that changes happen. You know, you move from one location to another, or you change your phone numbers. We do not want to get this information from previous source, so we require you to input this information. So all we'll be requiring from you on the contact stage is for you to give us your phone number, your full residential address, the state in which you are residing, and the local government in which you are residing. And that's all you move to the educational details stage. So once you get to the educational details, once you select your school again and you put your matric number, it fills out all the details that your school has provided for us. So if I go in, put my matric number 1, 2, as the number may be, it picks out your faculty, your department, the course you are studying, the level you are in, and the session you are in, because your school has already provided us all those information. And you move on to the account details stage. So now for the account details, because we want to be paying the monthly upkeep, we also need to get your account details so that we can, pay into the right account. So the first thing first is that we need to confirm your BVN. So once you input your BVN, we do a match and a check to say, okay, this BVN that Mr. Wale has provided, is it the same as the name on the NIN? Is it the same as the name from JAM? If those details match, you are good to go. So that to avoid fraudulent issues, somebody using your details, then imputing their own account number to receive your stipend, we need to match that this information are correct on all 3 platforms. So once we confirm that those are correct, you impute your account number, we also validate your account number, and then the profile creation stage is complete. Next slide, please. So once you do that, you see this information saying, congratulations, your profile has been updated, you now have an account with us and you can easily apply for a loan. So below that button is saying apply for a loan. All you need to do is go on the loans page, you see the information clearly stating that Nelfund is obligated to pay in its entirety your full tuition. Whatever Lautech has said, Mr. Lagode is supposed to pay for that year, Nelfund is going to pay it. Then there's the option of the upkeep. So as the MD announced, this is not compulsory, but we believe that some of our students might not have access to necessary stipends to allow them manage their allowances and maybe handouts and all of that you might need in school. So that's why we added that option for you to be able to say, okay, yes, I want the upkeep loan. So once you click on that, the next thing just expect you to upload some documents. So now you provided us some information which we believe that sometimes people can go and get from anywhere, but now we require you to provide us your admission letter. So you can take a photo of this, upload it on our site, and for the existing students, you have your ID card, you can also take a photo of that and upload it to our site. But for the new students that maybe you've not received your ID card, it's optional, so you don't have to upload your ID card at that point. But if you have it, you upload it, then you check all the terms and conditions. Please always try to read through. I know in Nigeria a lot of us don't read through terms and conditions, but please try to read through our terms and conditions, then you can click continue. Then there's a loan overview page. You see everything you're expecting. We tell you, okay, this is the upkeep amount that you're expecting, and this is your school fees that your school has provided to us. Then you can click on submit application, and your application is submitted. Immediately after that, you see on your dashboard, sorry, previous slide, please. Yes, so on your dashboard, you see all the loans you've applied for. As the MD mentioned, we have 2 loans. So one says upkeep, and the other says institution loan. So institution loan is paid directly to your school. You don't have to do anything about that. Once you apply and it's approved, it goes directly to your school account and you can continue your education. But for the upkeep loan, we pay that directly to the account number that you provided for us. And that's just how simple and seamless our application process is. Next agenda on this presentation, we'll be answering questions. I would just like to go through some of the issues that we've experienced also from some of our students that have applied for the loans. So some people will come and say, okay, they had issues with failed JAM. So some people will come and say, okay, from JAM, they try to input their JAM number and it says failed JAM verification. Well, the only reason why you'll be seeing this information is either maybe you've inputted the wrong information, or maybe date of birth, JAM number is wrong, or you are not granted direct admission from JAM. So what we would expect from you to do is regularize this admission with JAM and ensure that you are enrolled into the school properly. For the name verification that I failed, is also maybe the difference between names. So the name on your NIN and the name you put in JAM is different. You need to go back to either JAM or NIN and verify this information so that the names tally. Some people complain that they did not receive verification mails when they submitted the profile. You need to check maybe your spam box. You also need to check that you are using the correct email, because I've had instances of students putting in email addresses that do not exist. So please make sure you check and ensure that you are putting in the right information. Also, issues with verification of educational information, I don't think we really have that much issue here again. We are in good communication with most of our GICTs or the things of academic planning, and they are giving us the correct information for the students and they can apply successfully. For failed BVN verification, I spoke about that earlier. If there's a discrepancy between names, we might have this issue of failed verification. So please always ensure that the details you are using always match. You know your name, the first name, last name on all your accounts tally. Also, I'd just like to speak briefly on delay in verification. So I know some of us have applied for the loans, but I know a number of our students from this university have applied for our loans. You might be wondering, you are just seeing pending on your loan. So there's a process to this. In Nelfund, we need to ensure that we are giving the loan to the right person. And as I speak, we have over 300,000 students registered on our platform. So we need to ensure that we verify each person before we make disbursement to the school. So there's a process going on. We just need you to be patient, and very soon your loans will be verified and approved, and your school will be receiving the funds on your behalf. And also, on the next slide, some of the issues we've also experienced, some of our students said, oh, they are testing the loan and they want to cancel the loan. So, because we did not envisage this coming up, but we are working on that now. If you want to cancel the loan, you can always reach out to us on our ticketing platform. But also, we are also developing a section of our portal where you'll be able to cancel the loan that you requested for if it has not been verified and approved. Because if the loan has been verified and approved, that means we've already paid. So if you want to cancel at that point, you probably need to go back to your school and discuss on how you get the refund of the fees you've already paid. And also for the students, we also have feedback that some students did not apply for upkeep. And because of the way our platform is set up, once you've applied for one loan, you cannot apply unless that loan is approved and you're in your next session. So our system works this way. I'm in 100 level today, I apply for a loan. In 200 level, I need to come back again and apply for 200 levels loan. So now some of our students are saying, oh, I've applied for a loan, but I did not pick upkeep. So now they're having issues applying for upkeep because our system only allows you to apply once per session. So we are working on that also to ensure that, if you've applied for the loan, you can also take upkeep as a substitute. But if you've not applied for the loan at all and you only want upkeep, it doesn't work that way, as the MD previously mentioned. You necessarily have to apply for our student loan before you can get the upkeep allowance. So for students with those issues, please be patient with us. We are working on it and we'll keep improving our system as we keep getting feedback from you. Also, for students that we had some feedback also from students that have paid part of their tuition fee. And they say, oh, I've paid half, I only wanted Nelfund to pay half, but they are paying the full thing. So we are in discussions with the institutions to ensure that if you've paid part of it, you can always go back to your institution and say, okay, Nelfund has paid full, please refund me this amount, or as the case may be. Because we try to avoid the issue where some of our students will come and say, my uncle is going to give me half of the allowance, so I only need half of the loan. But what if the uncle disappoints you in the nearest future? So to avoid that, in Nelfund, we ensure that we pay 100% of everything your school requires you to pay for you to gain access to this education. We do not want any of our students to be stranded, not that they will chase you out of the exam hall, or you'll not be able to register for courses. We do not want that issue. So that's why we always pay 100%. So if you've paid part, please you reach out to your institution for them to refund you so that we can pay in its entirety your full allowance. At this point, I think I've taken most of the questions of the application. So I'll just hand over back to the so we can go with question and answer.
Okay, thank you.
The Vice Chancellor, sir, the Commissioner for Education represented, permit me to say at this juncture, other protocols duly observed. For questions and answers now, we don't know how Nelfund will want us to. Greatest Ladukites. Greatest Ladukites. I hope you have prepared your questions. Please do so. But please, we want whatever question you want to ask here. Please make it very brief. The Vice Chancellor is a very busy man, so other top notch here on the side of this auditorium. I don't ask damn questions. Please, so if you know you have questions, please put up your hands so that we can recognize you and invite you here. We are starting from. Okay, just before we do that, I'm not the only one doing this afternoon, but tonight morning now.
Okay.
I want to, not before we go into that, because we have other students here. The students of College of Education and Science, are you here? You are not here. Students of State College of Agriculture and Technology, Gora, are you here? Please stand up, please. You are welcome. Students of Oyo State College of Nursing Science, LLA, are you here? Where are you? Please stand up, please. Let's give them a round of applause. Students of the Polytechnic Ibadan, are you here? You are welcome. The students of Emmanuel Alao University of Education, Oyo State, Oyo. And of course, the students of the Okiogun Polytechnic Shaki, are you here? A round of applause. Students of Akeshim Ogundoyin Polytechnic, are you here? And please, if we have other students, other colleges, other tertiary students represented here this morning, please kindly stand up for recognition. Okay, I think we are good to go. Oyo State College of Science, are you here? Oh, please, a round of applause for them. Thank you. We have the DVC, Emmanuel Alao University, that is the Deputy Vice Chancellor, also in our midst this morning, in person of Professor I.O. Salawu. You are welcome, sir. Then we have the bursar of Emmanuel Alao University of Education, Oyo, Mr. Olawole Ojetola, the bursar. You are welcome, sir. We have the representatives of the registrar of that university also in our midst, the person of Mr. Yekin O. Adebimpe. You are welcome, sir. Mr. Adi A. Bashar, the representative of Director ICT of that university. You are welcome, sir. Of course, we have the Survey of Student Affairs of Emmanuel Alao University, the person of Mr. H. Sheu. Mr. S.S. Ojo, Student Affairs Officer, you are welcome. And of course, students of Abiola Ajimobi Technical University, where are you? Please, a round of applause for you. Now we want to start taking questions from our dear students here. So, where are we starting from? Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir? From the right-hand side, please. Please come out. Please, let's give them a round of applause as they are coming.
Sorry, one second. Before we even start to take questions, I noticed we forgot to mention one of the most important things about our loans. So currently, our loans are interest-free. So the amount you collect today is definitely the amount you pay 2 years after NYC. So please let us know that our loans are interest-free. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. All protocols duly observed. Olateju Emmanuel from Abiola Ajimobi, Duke University. So our school has a unique system. We have two scholarship schemes in our university, the local government scholarship and Josephus scholarship. And local government scholarship pays in full, while Josephus pays 60%. So for students who are already in that scheme, how do you just apply for only the stipend?
Next.
Because in that way they can't apply for.
All right, we'll take all the questions from this side and we'll answer them. So.
All right, thank you.
Good day, everyone. I am Johnson Adeolumino from Emmanuel University of Education. And the question I want to ask is that in a case whereby maybe after a student has applied for the loan times without number before finishing his or her course of study on campus, and maybe the person got expunged from the school, maybe for some malpractices and the person couldn't finish or they drop out, how is such an action?
Standing on the system protocol. My name is Dele Additional. I'm a student in Government President Additional Polytechnic in Rome. I want to commend these initiatives and I want to appreciate the student governor, Engineer Alushi, and the commissioner here, represented by the director of fire. So, for him to even be in collaboration with the federal government initiatives, so it's a well commendable. So I want to ask the two questions. In the processing, while you are updating the student loan for students, and the school portal of that institution want to close. So what the student can do, and the students want to pay the money, and at the same time, the institution want to close their portal. So what can we do to that, sir?
Next person.
Good day, everyone. Adinola Salam from the UK Polytechnic Shaki. My question, as you said earlier, you said the school will send the student details to Nelfund account. Okay, is it must apply for the loan before the loan can be sent to the school portal directly? And secondly, you said the school will send the student details to Nelfund account. So my question now is the Nelfund going to credit the student portal account directly, or we need to apply for the loan? And secondly, how do you go about it when we forget our password?
Oh,
thank you.
No, next this person.
Good day, everyone. My name is Laura. Good day, everyone. My name is Laura. I'm from Oyo State College of Health Science and Technology. So I want to ask that for school that are not offering courses that are not directly from JAM, how do we apply without the JAM number?
Next person, give it to me.
Good day, everyone. My name is Comrade Island and Richard from Oyo State College of Agriculture and Technology in Bora. My question goes thus. Sir, for final year students, maybe currently HND2 students, what's the offer for them? Final year student, currently HND2 first semester.
Yeah, next time. Question. hold on.
So we are from this side. So just first take this side. So we'll take the questions from this side first, then we'll start this side. Yes.
All right. Okay, so there was a question about what happens if you are, I think it was around being rusticated or dropping out or not moving forward. Was that the question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the answer to that question is that we're only providing these loans for people who are registered bona fide students of an institution. It's a loan, but at the same time, we want to make sure that the loan is put to the use that it's intended for. So if people are rusticated, expelled, removed from school, fail to progress to the following year, we will not approve the loan for the next year. The institution must confirm to us that the student is eligible to carry on doing the course for the following year. I hope I answered the question.
Yes, partially. Now.
Okay, so the question was if you collected a loan and you drop out. Okay. If you collected a loan and you drop out, what will happen is automatically your stipend will stop. But the institutional fees that have been paid to the institution will remain with the institution because the institution provided everything they needed to provide for you to get the education that you need to get. So we're not going to penalize the institution because people drop out. But the stipend, the monthly stipend that we're paying will stop. That's really the only issue. This allows me to just address another couple of things. And the law that set up Nelfund provides for debt forgiveness in the unfortunate event that a person passes on. So the law provides debt forgiveness in that unfortunate situation. We also need to remember that there are certain things that happen, things that happen in the journey of our lives, on the journey of the lives of other people. They become, apart from voluntarily dropping out, some people have to drop out because they fall ill. They have to drop out because they have a debilitating accident that doesn't allow them to progress. Again, those are, accidents of nature, if you like. And so people are forced to drop out and they are not penalized in any way, shape or form. Our loans are insured, and so if a loan goes bad in the middle of a session, we're not coming after the person who either chose to drop out, lost motivation, became depressed, had an accident, and unfortunately some people, as I said earlier, will die. So, but of course, the following session, again, will be voluntary because if a person is ill, they may recover before the following session and be readmitted. If they can't carry on, then obviously we won't provide a loan for somebody who is struggling just to get back to good health. Have I answered the question? All right, thank you.
Good afternoon.
Hi. Afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
So I would like to answer a few questions that I see here. There's a question about scholarship. The student that is getting scholarship, can he apply for the cost leave?
Only.
For now, actually, we are focusing for the student that don't even have a means. So maybe going forward, you'll be able to apply for upkeep alone. But right now, I want to capture a lot of students, which the student that really needs, that don't have any means to pay for their tuition charges. There is one question about final year students in first semester. You are eligible to apply, actually. You are still a student. As long as you are still a student, you are eligible until you graduate from school. Because one of the things is you can be a student of final year, and because of maybe 10,000, you will not be able to graduate. So we can't say you are not qualified. Maybe that loan is what is going to help you to graduate out of school. Then, so about closure of portal. Some institutions actually have a closing date on their portal. So what we do is mostly when you reach out to us, because we don't know all the institutions and all the timings they close. So we have few incidents like that. So what we do, we reach out to the institutions and request for an extension. That's what we can do for students to help them at least get the loan.
Okay, so yeah, I think that's that. So if your school is saying they want to close the portal, you can just reach out to us through our ticket system. We would, get in contact with your school and try to see how we can get your extension and get your loan, verified and approved faster. So there was a question as regards who gets credited. The question wasn't really clear, but I'll try to answer the way I understood the question. So once you apply for the loan, the institutional fees goes directly to your school. I don't know how your school would operate the school portal, but your school will receive the money. So they will now know how the communication between you and them would go as regards how your portal will be opened or how.
Speak without the mic.
Yeah, so basically. Then someone asked as regards forgotten password. So on our portal, if you've forgotten your password, there's a link.
The mic is working.
Okay. There's a link down there to say forgot password. You click on the link, you put in the email address you used to register, and another mail will be sent to your inbox. You verify that mail, and you can also still reset your password and access the account. Okay, yeah, so for school offering courses not accredited by JAMB or not using JAMB admission to get access to for education, that is a work in progress at the moment because based on when we started this project, the belief was that all students have to write down to get admission into a tertiary institution. But because from feedback, we've been getting information that some schools don't necessarily, use JAM. So it's work in progress. We're also improving our system to be able to accommodate such students. I think that's the last question from this week. So we'll start on this week to start taking our questions.
And tell them to walk forward.
So you can just come forward and raise your question. Yeah. Okay, so please on the middle row, if you have questions, you can just.
Even those at the back.
Good day, everyone. My name is Doing, and I'm a LAUTECH student. So when I was trying to apply for the student loan, on the verification through JAM, it puts name mismatch, contact the director, but it's the same name, and I've also contacted the director of ICT, but it's still not. And I've also accepted my admission through JAM. I already have my admission letter, JAM.
Next person. Okay.
Thank you very much. Yes, I want to start on the existing protocol from Oyo State Ministry of Education, Science and Technology. My question is, I would rather call it an appeal, sir. I would rather call it an appeal because I saw it on the screen there that the student that want to apply must be 18 years of age, and anything below 18 years will not be accommodated, sir. Let me just say this categorically, that in this, our divide of this Nigeria, Southwest in particular, majority of our students get admitted right from the age of 16. And even though we want to go by what we have in this hall, 70% of those that are inside this hall are less than 18 years, sir. Participate in this Southwest we have. Please, maybe you should consider trying to review that 18 years of age because the majority of our students will be cut off due to the age ceiling that you are putting in. Thank you very much.
Next person.
Good evening. I'm Sister Lilani, assistant protocol. I am Isaac Islamia tomorrow. From School of Duke Polytechnic Shaki.
my question goes like this. A student offering part-time program, how did they go about the loan without job regularization yet?
Next person. Next one.
Starting on existing protocol, my name is Oyode Mariam Kojo, a student of Ladoke Laketama University. I want to ask this question about, I went through the portal and I saw that the payment of the loan would be 10% of whether the students are working or self-employed. So I wanted to ask that if you are going to actually pay a loan, then you should actually have a stipulated amount of time you pay the loan. So I want to ask, is it that when the amount you are given in school gets completed, or a particular amount of years, when are we supposed to stop paying the loan, or when will the loan end? Thank you.
Good day to you. I am Sweetheart Ayonobolaji from the Okeogun Technical. For instance, we have Nigerian students outside the country. So what are the conditions or requirements for those students outside the country in applying for...
Oh, need it. That's the jackpot. Next person.
Wait. Sorry, please, one hour, so we can hear the questions. Thank you.
For example, health courses and surgery used to do like professional exam. If peradventure they rusticate that sort of student and he or she is on loan, so is that loan repayable? Yes. If it is repayable, what is key or short not to be repaid? Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Operation Mrs. from Oyos State College of Nursing Sciences. For students that apply for the loan during the course of study, and 2 years, and before 2 years after the NYSC, what if the person wants to travel out and he or she apply for visa? Hope the loan will stand again the person for the approval.
My question is that, and it is that after finishing your school year, like you finish your school year, and it is that you are able to secure a job for you to be able to pay the loan. Like how like is there a possibility that
extension
like government is going to be like just provide job for us?
That's all.
Okay, quickly let's just try to answer this question. So the first question from the middle row, we had someone say she had the issue of JAMB name mismatch. Okay, so basically part of our application process, as I mentioned, involves a lot of thorough checks. So now, you know, before we get to the JAMB process, we've already verified that you're a student of a particular school. If we've done that verification, your school also provides us your JAMB number. So part of the information that your school gives to us, they tell us your full name, your state of origin, everything about you, your school tells us. So now when you try to verify your JAMB, and the JAMB number you are using to verify is different from the JAMB number your school has given us, you are going to have this particular issue. So what I would advise is that you go back to the DICT, let them give you the number that they use to register you on our platform. And then you check the number you're using to register on the website yourself and see if they are the same. If they are the same, you shouldn't have that issue. But if they are not, they need to tally. So you need to actually tell your school the correct JAMB number so that they will provide it to us and you will not have this problem of JAMB name mismatch. Thank you. For the students, 18 years of age. So basically, in Nelfund, we are following already mandated or approved laws. And I'm sure as we are aware, the Ministry of Education just passed the law as regards, students entering tertiary institutions should be of age 18 and above. So For those students, basically,
sorry. So for those students, for now actually, they are allowed to apply because the law was just put in place. Because our act, there is no age in our act. There is no age limit in our act. But since Ministry of Education already said anyone that is writing JAM starting from next year have to be 18 years. So that means anyone that is applying who wrote JAM by next year is 18 years. Those are the only people that can apply. But anyone less than 18 years cannot apply after that. Thank you. So there's an issue of BVN mostly. Like if you are below 18, you know you don't have BVN. So if you don't have BVN, you can't even apply. So already our system has taken care of that part because there's a name matching between the BVN and the JAM already. So for part-time student, for now actually, part-time student, you have to regularize before you'll be able to apply for the loan because what we have on our system, that every student has to have JAM for now until we finish the other part of integration for students without JAM. Okay, or repayment. So on repayment, you like the MD explained, you start paying 2 years after graduation, after NYSC. So, but if you haven't gotten a job, what you will do, you report back to Nelfund that you haven't gotten a job. Then going forward, every three months you'll be reporting back. But what Nelfund is doing presently on job creation, we're designing a portal which will be out soon in like 3 months coming. So we're doing partnership with all of these agencies, government agencies and other private agencies, so that we can see how we can provide jobs for students. So we are not only providing loans, but we want to give you the means to pay these loans back. So on the tenure of repayment, there is no tenure for repayment. If it takes you 10 years to repay, you can repay in 10 years, but immediately you finish paying, your loan stop because we don't have this interest free. And let me give you an example. So if you have gotten a job after 2 years of NYC, it's a small money. Like 10% is really a small money. So for example, you are earning 200,000, you are only paying 20,000. You are earning less than that, you are paid less than that. So I think it's not to worry about, and you can take as long, depending on your salary, you can take as longer as 10 years, 20 years to repay the loan. Okay, for students outside the country, presently we only deal with students in public institutions in Nigeria, not foreign institutions outside the country. So for restitution, it's a sad news for me, but I think going forward the loan is still connected to your BVN because there's credit. So no matter if you are rusticated, you still have to pay the loan going forward. So what the loan do right now, it encourages you to study more. I don't think you should be thinking towards that line. We're not praying for anyone of you to be rusticated. So let's focus more on the studies, not on all this rustication. Because for you to be rusticated, that means you have done something really bad. So I think we should focus more on our studies. So there's this saying that we don't control our future, but we control our habits. So for example, as a student, you all aim to be successful.
Definitely.
So for example, let me give an example with a car. Today you have a Mercedes-Benz. You are the one driving the car, not the car driving you. So immediately you leave the car to drive you have accident. So it's the same thing with your life right now. You should try and concentrate more on your future, that means you have to work more on your habit. Part of the habit is concentrating on your school so that you can be more successful. Okay, for visa and traveling abroad. So for visa and traveling abroad, presently, unless you are defaulting, if you are not defaulting, when you do your visa, we'll still verify because we have your name. Because when you go to passport or immigration, when you are going and when they are verifying, this loan will still be attached to the name as your ID. But if you are not defaulting, you have no issue, you can travel because maybe you are just going to come back, or maybe you have gotten a job that you can repay us back. I think you had the news just recently. One of the former members, pay a certain amount to Nelfund. So we want you people to be the same, to be honest. So we will not say that we are stopping you. Maybe it's an opportunity, but if you are defaulting, you may have issue while traveling. Thank you. Okay, I think maybe we'll have.
Are you coming?
Good afternoon, everybody. Standing on the already established protocol, my name is Adibel Eza from the Department of Consumer and Economics, Institute of Black Kinds. So my question goes like this. For example, I'm just saying about this Nelfund today. In LAUTECH, we are starting our exam on Monday. If I apply today, will it be disposed?
No.
Before Monday?
No. Which character?
Greatest Nigeria students.
Great.
I'm standing with the existing protocol. Hi, I'm Joseph Sensitization from School of Business and Communication Study, Duke Polytechnic Shaki. I'm asking this question that, sir, do we have any accredited banks that are allowed on the application portal? You know, nowadays we all have like the online banks are already outside there, the Hopay, Pampay, and the likes. So are they also accredited? Can we also include it in the country number as well? Thank you.
Standing on the existing protocol, my name is Kodri Abdullah, a student of LAUTECH. So my own question is this. Different schools have different academic calendar, and there are some times where some schools finish one session in 1 year and the next section will also be started the same year. And I heard from the speech before that the Nelfund application is a yearly something that after applying this year we have to wait till next year. So for schools like that, so what is put in place for them? Thank you very much.
Standing on the existing protocol. Oluwadara Adekoya by name, student of LAUTECH History Department. So my question is, during the time of repayment, after 2 years, is there anything like restriction to any offer from federal government that comes like this? Like, is there, during the time of repayment after 2 years, maybe any offer comes from federal government? So just because you are not done with the payment, can you also go, like all these normal banks, if you apply for a loan and probation you did not pay, if you want to apply for another loan, they will tell you that it's declined. So now, during the time of repayment, is there any restrictions to any offer from federal government, just the one of this? That's my question.
Like what you said earlier, you said currently that the scheme is interest-free. So I'm using LAUTECH as a case study. We have 5 years program. Let's say, for example, now I'm applying for the loan, and let's say in the next 3 years, the scheme is interest-related, and I wanted to stop because, okay, fine, I don't want to take schemes that are interest-related.
Now, after my education, if I want to start repaying, will the interest not reflect on my payments? Then another thing is, for some of us, due to the current situation of the country, some might want to travel out immediately after their BSc or masters, and I have not repaid my loan. Is it not going to affect my scholarship application outside the country?
Good day, everyone. I'm Sharon Olamide Akutayo from the Department of Unapplied Chemistry from the prestigious University of Ghana, University of Technology. This is my question. On my profile on the Nelfund portal, the loan status and disbursement status have been tabbed verified, and I need more explanation about that. Thank you. The loan status and the disbursement status have been tabbed verified.
Alright, good day everyone. My name is Moses Alade, a student of LAUTECH, Department of Information System. As I'm looking into your system, I understand the fact that you did the scholarship in the way it will be easy for the students, like the student paying the loan back after they have graduated. So my question is that, let's say a student just needed an urgent money for the school fees and he applied for that loan. So what if the person actually got back the money and wanted to pay back the money even before he graduated?
Okay.
So that's my question.
Thank you.
Starting from the system, my name is Tijani Afisman from LAUTECH. My question is, as a maybe I'm in this school and I'll finish my admission years. And I want to pursue another course, I want to study another course in another university. I will submit my details with BVN, NI, and then the beneficiaries of the law fund. Even I want to pursue another, like I want to study another course in any university, other university. Like the university may able to benefit the law fund. You know, I will submit use me my BVN, and I'm not building the one that I've used in this school.
Okay.
We are still the beneficial of that. And again, the second question is, what is the maximum stipend that someone can apply for?
Okay. Next.
Good day to you all. I am the Supreme Nakofarmalu, a student of Yogu, Polytechnic Shaki. My question goes like this. Assuming the student being applied for this loan, assuming eventually the student died, what are the processes going to be?
Is that the old question? Is that what if the person dies? That's all. What happened? You go to the now. She wrote it more than anybody.
Okay, thank you very much for this question. Okay, so we'll try to answer the questions. So the first question we got from the left wing was if the student applies today and Monday, and exam starts on Monday, will they be disbursed before his exams? Currently, the answer is no. Because as we've explained to you, there is a verification process, there's an approval process before your loan is disbursed. But that will not stop you from still applying for the loans, because even if eventually when it gets approved, you can always have like maybe a reconciliation with your school or whatever as the case may be. The next question was as regards digital banks. So the question was the new age banks, online banking, can use them to apply for the loans. Yes, you can.